October 2022, and I've taken a journey down Lake Geneva from Lausanne to the most visited historical monument in Switzerland, a site that's been drawing tourists since the 18th century, the lakeside Chateau Chillon. I've been staying in Lausanne, Switzerland's fourth largest city, located about a third of the way along Lake Geneva. But I've taken the train along the shoreline back towards the start of the lake, beyond Montreux, to the town of Vaud and the castle at Gilon. Located on and now occupying all the space of a small island at the eastern end of Lake Geneva, Chateau Chillon is one of the leading tourist attractions and iconic view of Switzerland. Its strategic location, with steep slopes on the land side beyond the road and the lake to the other, meant it controlled the passage through the Rhone Valley and therefore trade between Germany and France and Italy. The Romans recognised the importance of the site, and archaeological excavations of the 19th century found objects dating to the Roman era, as well as some objects dating back to the Bronze Age. The first records for the castle itself date to 1005, when a castle was in place to control the road from Burgundy to the Great St. Bernard Pass. By the mid-12th century, the castle was a summer home to the Counts of Savoy, and over the following centuries they expanded the fortification. During the 16th century, the Dukes of Savoy used the castle to house prisoners, with the ruts left by the chains being dragged by prisoners still visible on the floors of the cellar of the castle, along with later graffiti left by Lord Byron, who said English tourists vandalising things was a modern occurrence. In 1536, the castle was captured by Genevois and Bernese army, and the prisoners at the time were released. The castle became the residence of the Bernese bailiff until it was converted into a proper prison nearly 200 years later in 1733. Though its time as a prison was short-lived, as by 1798 the German-speaking Bernese had been driven out by the French-speaking Vaud, and even by then the site was becoming more of a tourist attraction than a functioning prison. From the end of the 18th century, the castle attracted romantic writers, poets and artists from around the world, including Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Victor Hugo, Alexandre Dumas, Mary Shelley and Lord Byron. By 1939, its proximity to the popular tourist destination of Montreux meant the castle was attracting over 100,000 visitors a year. Today, the whole of the castle is open to explore, from the depths of the cellars to the roof space of the tallest tower, with the views out over most of Lake Geneva due west and towards both Montreux to the north and Villeneuve to the south, available from various points on the battlements, turrets, towers and catwalks of the castle. There are great views of the castle to be had as you walk away from the site heading south, with the buildings of the castle reflecting the still waters of this part of Lake Geneva. But for some of the best views, head up into the hills immediately above the lake and the town of Glion. The town of Tête is 1.5 kilometres north of the castle, or a couple of stops on the 201 bus, and from here a funicular railway runs regularly up to the station at Glion, where there are views out over the lake and the chateau below. Glion is also on a rack railway that ascends up steeply from Montreux through a series of tunnels and switchbacks and offers another stunning route back down to the lakeside if you time it right, with yet more amazing views, weather permitting, of the lake and chateau just before the line starts its steep descent. There are hourly trains from Lausanne to Château de Chillon station, taking just over 30 minutes to make the journey, with more options being available with a change of trains in Montreux. From Montreux there are local trains to Chillon, or the 201 bus runs regularly. The Tête-Glion funicular and the Glion-Montreux trains are both operated by Transport Montreux-Verve Riviera, part of the larger Montreux-Oberland-Bernoise Railway Company. Lausanne is located about 60 kilometres from Geneva, with very frequent trains direct from both Geneva city centre and the airport, with journey times around 40 minutes from the city and 50 minutes from the airport. During summer months, there are also a handful of lake steamers that travel along Lake Geneva from Geneva to Lausanne, making multiple stops in both France and Switzerland along the way, taking about 4 hours to make the journey. The lakeside steamer terminal is in Lausanne-Ouchy, a few stops on the metro uphill to the centre of the city. Geneva Airport has direct links to most major cities in Europe, as well as a handful of links to Canada, the eastern US, North Africa and the Middle East.